Welcome to the Austin Method, where we help you develop the skills of square dancing. This is 102 U-Turn Back. Let's get into it, and we'll go look at the definition right off the bat. So the definition of U-Turn Back is very much like face, similar in that it's just turning a dancer. The difference is, instead of turning the dancer 90 degrees, it turns the dancer around 180 degrees. Not a lot to this. It looks like there is when you look at the definition. Don't let it scare you off. It's just turning around. You can always do U-turn back, so there's a lot of samples here. Let's return to the main screen. U-turn back requires 2 beats. You just have to move your 2 feet to get turned around, no big deal. It is not gender specific. Boys and girls do exactly the same thing. Frame does help. You can guide your partner in terms of which direction to turn, and we'll talk about that in just a second. It does produce a roll as a flow, and it's exactly fuzzy. It's exactly fuzzy for the reason which way to turn, and it's exact in that you always turn around. The general rule for U-turn back is that you turn towards your partner. Face your partner, face left. They're in a mini wave here, and we tell them to U-turn back. They turn towards each other to face the wall behind them. So it helps a lot if you think about the wall behind you, because believe it or not, in turning around, you can forget which wall you were facing and not be quite sure which wall to end up at. So before you start turning around, think of the wall you want to be looking at. That'll help you turn the 180 degrees rather than just 90 or 270. Remember, we're squared up facing walls. We're not crooked. Everything's nice and kosher that way. This is from many ways. U-turn back turns you around from a left-handed to a right-handed mini wave. From normal couples, U-turn back will turn you to a half-sashayed couple. If you're not familiar with these terms, check out general info and formations. It'll give you a sense of the different identifiers and formations. What we're talking about here is formations, and this formation is part of a formation, which is a normal couple. Sorry, this is a normal couple, which is the boy dancer, the square on the left, the girl dancer, the round one on the right. When they turn around, they are what's called half-sashayed couples, which is named after the fairly popular call that everybody's seen, which is half-sashay, if only in movies and cartoons. So it might seem unimportant which way you turn, but turning any which way can become a really bad habit, and later on it becomes important which way you turn, because there's some things that might come after you turn back that if you're turning the wrong way won't work right. Also, the choreographer has planned on you turning towards each other or turning in the direction of flow, which is the exception. Haven't quite talked about that yet, but you would not turn towards each other if your bodies already were flowing in a particular rotational direction. So if your shoulders are flowing around to the left, you would just do your U-turn back to the left. If your shoulders were flowing around to the right, you would just do your U-turn back to the right. And as always in square dancing, whenever we're standing next to somebody, we hold hands. If you're not familiar with the different hand holds, the ones for normal partnership, half-sashayed couple, or hand holds for when you're in a wave, make sure you check that out under the general info sections, particularly in general tips and formations. That's about wraps it up for U-turn back. 102, U-turn back. Bow to your partner. Face your partner. Everyone face left. U-turn back. The dancers should be turning towards each other as they turn around. U-turn back. A right-hand mini wave becomes a left-hand mini wave and vice versa. Face your partner. Boys face left. Girls face right. Everyone U-turn back. you turn back. A normal couple formation becomes a half sashayed couple and vice versa. Face your partner. Face right. Boys, you turn back. And you should be home. Getting home can be a big deal. We try to celebrate it, particularly after a challenging sequence. Thank you for visiting the Austin Method. We hope to see you on the dance floor soon.